Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be talking a little bit about a couple different things. I'm going to talk about empaths, going to talk about angels, going to answer some questions if you guys have any. But yeah, I'm going to just give you a little tutorial, little tips and tricks on psychic development. So to start out, just one thing that's really important when you are kind of opening yourself up to psychic development. A lot of people are sensitive, they have experiences, psychic experiences, and they come to me and ask, you know, this happened or this happened, what do I do? Is that okay? Sometimes they'll have somebody visit them, or they'll, you know, have somebody from the other side come into the room, and they're wondering, is this okay? Is this an okay experience to have? And it's really important when you are starting to have psychic experiences, or if you have had psychic experiences throughout your life, to build a foundation, set up boundaries. Now, the reason I talk more about empaths is because empaths are the ones that usually have these things happen to them more often, that are very sensitive to energy. So it's really important as soon as you can to start creating those boundaries, to start learning how to create a doorway. So what you want to do is start out by imagining like a bubble around you, and in that bubble you've got a doorway, and in that doorway you are going to basically create your power, your boundaries. So you're going to use that doorway to open and close it as needed. If you have someone come in from the other side, you want to be able to do it only when you want to do it. You want to create these boundaries so that you are in control. Just like you wouldn't let strangers walk into your house, you don't want to have psychic experiences that are unwanted. And it's no difference. Those that are wandering around on the other side, especially those who want to talk to you, who want to hang out with you, are not necessarily people you want to talk to. When you are going to do a session, let's say you have a friend who wants help with a reading or mediumship, and you know that you have this ability. Again, your intent that you're setting is, I want to help this person talk to their uncle, talk to whoever it is. You want to have that intent already set up so that you are creating your boundaries and saying, this is what I want to do right now with my ability. If you simply just leave that doorway wide open all the time, you're going to have a lot of experiences. But again, it's kind of like walking down the street, throwing breadcrumbs out, and you have all these stray animals following you around. That can happen in the psychic world as well. Because a lot of people that have these experiences aren't fully aware that there is no difference, that those on the other side can be just as, you know, not necessarily there for your best benefit, just like people that are here. It's important for you to set up those boundaries and say when and where and how you are going to read or talk to them. So just because you're having psychic experiences, just because you have this gift, you're empathic, you understand what it is that you're able to do, does not mean that you should do it anytime, anywhere, for anyone. You really want to pick and choose where you're going to spend your energy. Now, the reason empaths have some issues throughout their lives, challenges that are similar to this, is usually empaths are born from situations that are traumatic, where their boundaries are already kind of stepped over, and therefore creating this lack of boundary. And that is why they have such easy time accessing the other side, because they already know how to move outside of the limitations that most of us growing up that aren't empathic, that don't have that necessarily happen to us, those limitations that we set and the boundaries we create. Empaths don't necessarily have that. They just kind of let everything wander in and out of their lives, both psychically and physically. So this is a learning experience. This is a process. This is the challenge of the empath. Empaths need to learn, both in life and in the psychic development world, that you are allowed to have boundaries, and that you get to decide who comes into your space and who you're going to help, who you're going to talk to be able to say no. These are things that psychic development parallels those empaths in reality and life. So I feel like when I'm helping people in psychic development, I feel like it's really important in so many other aspects of their life to understand when to say no and how to create boundaries. So it's really important when you're starting out, again, to be able to create a doorway and say, hey, this is my space. This is my door. I'm going to open it when I feel like it, when I'm ready to do a reading. For me, it's really about, since I do it for work, it's like only if I'm going to do it for work am I going to open that doorway up. Otherwise, I walk around with it shut. So I'll have somebody ask me, are you reading my mind right now? Which is my favorite, because I'm not telepathic, and most psychics are not telepathic, and I would go insane if I walked around reading people's minds. Who wants to do that? But I also don't walk around necessarily feeling people's feelings or seeing all the spirits around them, because again, that would make me crazy as well. And some people do become schizophrenic, do become crazy, have to go into institutions because they are experiencing these things and they don't realize that that's exactly what it is. So again, I have that doorway up and I choose when I am going to open that doorway. I choose who I'm going to work with, and I'm going to choose how much I give. And that relates to my life as well, not just the psychic world. So it can be a learning process to set up those boundaries. It can be something that challenges you throughout your life as an empath. And a lot of people, even if you don't realize you're an empath, most likely you are if you have boundary issues and setting those up. Now, because most people actually really feel that compassion and empathy of the empath, they're drawn to them. They want to come to them for help. And oftentimes an empath knows exactly what other people need, what they desire. They can become whatever that person wants and desires, because they really feel and get wrapped up in how other people feel. So again, the boundaries are a big issue. Sometimes people will find themselves in a relationship, in love, where they suddenly wake up one day and realize, wow, I actually don't really love this person, or I don't even really like this person. And the whole time that they've been together with them, they've actually just been what that person wants them to be, and then felt their feelings, meaning they were just enjoying how they made the other person feel. It's very complicated. But what we have to do as empaths are really recognize and start setting up those boundaries that allow us to keep our strength, to keep our energy, instead of giving it away to everybody. Again, if you find someone who is going to have a nice reciprocal relationship with you, where there is something that is coming back to you, then you're putting in your energy to something good. There's going to be a balance there. You're not going to be depleted. In fact, you'll probably be very energized by this. So try to look for that in any interaction that you have. Not that I'll do this for you if you do this for me, not that sort of thing. It's more of, does it feel good when I am working with this person? Do I feel like this person respects and cares for me and what's going on with me? Or do I feel really drained after I do things with this person? And that can be in business and relationships and friendships. So make sure that you really check in with your own gut instinct and make sure that you are doing things that are right for you. Again, the empath's biggest challenge is believing that they are worth that, believing that they deserve those boundaries and that they should be taken care of and loved. So that is a little bit on empaths. I'm going to do a little bit of channeling for an angel energy for everybody. So whether you're watching this live or later on, you're going to get the benefit of this wonderful angel energy. As most people know in this community, I work with my guardian angel, Hope, and she does a lot of work with me and works through me. She's the one that usually talks fast like this, so you're getting a little bit of her right now, but we're going to actually ask her to bring in some of this wonderful energy for you guys and bring that light out and shine it for you. So here it comes. We're going to let it come through, and I just want you to be open to receive that energy. Again, time doesn't exist. It's an illusion. Whether you watch this now or some other time, you can openly receive this energy at any point. Taking a deep breath. Just open your heart, open up that channel of your own so that you can bring in that energy. Again, it's infinite from the source, and the angels are going to support you and love you and hold you during this time. I'm going to bring that in. Feel that, enjoy that. Let that go into your soul, your spirit, your heart, into your body. And at this point, I want you to breathe it in and let it just fill you, every cell in your body. Let that divine energy just fill you right now, and it's going to come around you, out through your skin, pushing out and creating a wonderful bubble of light around you. So go ahead and enjoy that. Enjoy that wonderful energy around you. Breathing it in. Again, one more breath. Bring it into your heart. And again, allowing your angels to assist. Asking them to wrap you in their wings, to love you, to hold you, to give you all of that wonderful energy as well. Remember, you can do this anytime. Take a break during work, 5 minutes before you go to bed or when you wake up. Just take a couple minutes out of your day and do this. Ask for that divine. Bring it in. Infinite source, infinite energy. Asking to receive. Again, you are setting an intent to receive, and this will resonate throughout your day, throughout your life, walking in a receiving mode for the best intentions. The highest good for you, receiving that now. Again, in. Feel that wonderful energy. And feel those angels around you. Just let them continue to support you and work with you. If you want to take a moment, you can breathe and allow your angels to give you a message right now. Perhaps there's something that you need or want in your life. Allow them to calibrate that. Allow them to bring that in the most efficient way for you and all involved. We are very limited in the way that we see life. We are very limited with our minds, in our capacity. We do not see the big picture. We do not see how much potential we have, and we do not necessarily see the best, most efficient way of getting to where we want to go. The angels do, that God energy does. So what we're going to do is open ourselves up again to receive. And you have to let go. You have to have faith that all of that will come to you in perfect timing for all involved, in the perfect way, for your best intentions. Do not limit yourself on how you receive your gifts, because they will come in a form that you do not recognize. I guarantee that. If they come in forms that you recognize, you will continue to let ego run you. So you are constantly going to be thrown off by things, given things that are not in the package that you expect, so that you will stay outside of that comfort zone and learn. Okay? You will be in that survival mode, which allows all of your senses to be heightened, allows you to fully experience life. As soon as you get comfortable, as soon as you feel like you understand life and yourself, that is when you have stopped, you have plateaued. So as long as you feel like you don't quite know what's going on, you're in a good place. Again, we're going to let some more of that wonderful energy come in. We're going to do another deep breath. And just allow that energy to go into your heart chakra and all around you now. So we're going to do a little gratitude. Thank the angels for being here with you, the divine energy for being part of your learning experience, and again, gratitude for all those involved. Whether you see them in judgment of being good or bad in your life, you must look at the big picture of how are these things creating this wonderful experience for me. We're all in this together. We are all one. There is no good and bad. We are all just one thing. It's like saying, I don't like you, finger. I don't like you, fingers, so let's just cut you off. You can't do that to the people in your life. You can't do that to everyone in your entire universe, in this world, because we are all pieces of the same thing. And it only works because we are all together. And it doesn't matter how we interact. It doesn't matter what things we do, whether they seem bad, whether they seem good, whether they're loving, whether they're evil, in that word that people love to use. You have to see that all of it works in perfect tandem to create this experience. Just like a diamond comes from the pressure of the coal, you have to have gratitude for that pressure. You have to have gratitude for those who are helping you learn. And it is the only way for you to move forward and not be stuck in the pressure, to shine like the diamond and enjoy that. One more breath. Opening your heart, allowing that to come in. Again, you want to enjoy that loving, wonderful, unconditional energy that comes in from your divine source. And again, thanking your angels for being part of that. I'm going to talk a little bit more. If anybody has a question, feel free to type those in, and I am certainly happy to assist you, whether it's psychic development or is there something going on in your life right now that you want a little insight, a little healing. I'm happy to send that wonderful energy your way as well. So the other part I was going to talk about today is how to let your angels be a little bit more involved in your life. Again, you have to be able to let go a little bit. So your angels are kind of standing around you like, give it to me. Give me your burdens. Let me have them. I have nothing to do. That's what your angels literally do. Every reading I've ever done, I see these angels and they're just standing there like, I got nothing. And the person is sitting here stressing out, my life. I'm like, look around you. You have a whole team ready to assist you. And all you have to do, which is the hardest part, but it is also the easiest, is take that burden and just hand it over. Just give it to them. I talk from experience. This is not just some great theory, some idea. Trust me, I have lived my life fully giving all of those burdens over. Once in a while, I will clutch one and want to feel really important and drop down into self-pity. Trust me, that happens because I'm still human, but I remember, I snap back out of it and go, you know what? I don't have to hold on to this. I don't have to keep this. I can just give it to them and they will manifest. Your angels will manifest a solution. They have a higher knowing. They have a better idea of what's good for you and how the solution can come together in such an easy, effortless way for you. Again, we are limited. And as soon as we start realizing how limited we are in our minds and our perception, the easier life is going to be, because we're going to go, that's right, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really like 5. Humans are like 5. And we have these wonderful guardians around us who have, you know, a clear picture of what needs to happen. And they're just letting us run around, hitting our heads against the wall, hurting each other, living fully in ego, just, you know, seeing if things will break if we hit them hard enough. We are infants, toddlers at best. And it's really important for us to understand and see that so that we can move on. Because when you know that you are just a child in your development as a human, you'll recognize you need to allow some parenting. You need to allow those who are really the most capable to take over. So when you start letting your angels be a bigger part of your life, you start to let them actually be the ones that help you in creating this perfect symbiotic relationship between them, you, and everyone else in this life that you're experiencing. You start allowing yourself to experience life instead of trying to control it, because I guarantee it takes every bit of energy you have during your day to control every little thing in your life, and you just love it. You love that stress and that pain and that suffering, and you love to just put all your energy into it because it's scary, because being in peace and acceptance and love and feeling loved is scary because you're not used to it. But why don't you try it just for a day? Just try it. Just try being in love. Trying to let all of those burdens go to your angels for one day, 1 week. Anytime a decision comes up, anytime there's something that comes to you where you need to go left or right, don't make any decision. Just allow your angels to make the decision for you. Meaning, don't make decisions. Just sit back and say, you know what, I'm going to think about this, which is really code word for I'm going to let the angels decide. Because when you react, anytime you react, that is your ego saying, oh, I got this, I'll drive. as you drive off the road. Ego does not know what it's doing. It's so limited. So what you want to do is step back anytime there's a decision to be made and say, you know what, just give me a minute. Give me 24 hours. Give me a week. What you want to do is step back from anything that looks like there might be resistance, and just allow those angels to take over. Do something creative like draw or dance, take a walk, and don't think, and just allow the angels to start talking back. Allow them to answer you. Say, angels, what should I do here? And you don't have to try really hard to get that answer from them. Just ask the angels to answer your question or make the decision for you. So what's going to happen are a couple things. One, you might get a clear message. If you're pretty psychic and open, you might just hear, hey, do this. If not, just stay clear. And the next day, I bet everything just falls into place. I bet there's no decision to be made anymore. These are challenges to help you. Everything in life, everything that you experience, every person that you interact with, everything that happens is all challenging you to go back to the source, is all challenging you to remember who you are. So these are all experiences that are happening for you to help you do this one thing. To step back and allow these things to happen naturally. Allow the angels to talk to you. Allow the divine to manifest. Bring in your higher power. Bring in the higher you, the higher knowing. And this is what all these experiences are for. They're not for you to sit there and try to control them, try to let ego run your life, or try to make all these decisions yourself and find all this resistance and struggling and strife. These are actually all happening so that you remember who you are and go back to that you let go of the situation, you let go of the suffering, you let go of the person, so that you can be in that place of peace once more. So you can remember who you are and you can manifest that spirit here on earth. And that's what all these experiences are about, for you to learn, and for you to learn that, true connection and how to bring that connection out to everyone else. So there's some really important lessons going on. And when we ask for what is the meaning of it all, the meaning of all of this, of this world, is for us to remember who we are, because we were once forgotten and we were once left here and we were once abandoned. And that's why we all have an abandonment issue because we were once left and we did not really understand who we are. So we became a slave planet, and we've been working as slaves ever since. But this huge awakening that's happening right now, that's going to be going on for the next 2,000 years or so, is really more about everybody literally remembering, okay, yes, I remember now. This is who I am. This is where I came from. And starting fresh, starting a whole new earth. And you know, people like us, empaths, if you're watching this, you're probably one of those, because we all kind of understand and see each other as those light beings, that we are here to guide the others who are not quite there yet and to help them. So if you are not already a healer, a teacher, a counselor, a guide of some sort, you just need to find that niche where you can do those things. And I guarantee you already do them in your life if you're an empath, but you might not do it for work, and you will be a lot happier if you realize that that is your life path, to just make that work. Again, I'm taking questions if anybody has a question as far as developing their ability, or if they want to ask me a question about what's going on right now. Everyone that's come on here, I am happy to send energy and healing so that you can move forward on your life path effortlessly. So those are a couple of things I wanted to share with you today about empathic boundaries, psychic development, and angels, and how you can better lift your burdens and give them over to the angels to help you with. And you will find that they can really open up the road for you as well. It is about faith. It is about understanding that there is a greater you and a whole team that is there to assist you, and that you're not alone and you don't have to do it alone. And we do need to allow each other to assist. So if you have trouble saying, yes, can you please help me? Can you please help me? Yes. Or saying, yes, I will help you to others. If you have either of those issues, practice that this week. Say yes more. If somebody out there is just saying yes too much and they get drained and everybody is trying to get things from them all the time, practice saying no. Say, no, I really don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. I have boundaries. So just make sure that you're going a little bit outside your comfort zone this week and just give it a try. Go into spring with some spring cleaning. Just let go of some of those old habits and walk anew. Thank you guys all for watching and supporting both my mission in psychic development in my new Positive Impact Project series, and also as a medium and a teacher. I really appreciate everybody who has supported me all these years and who continue to be a wonderful inspiration to me. So thank you so much, and I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend and enjoy this gorgeous weather and spring. Thank you all, and namaste.